different lineup that you used. What did you see from tonight's lineup, and how were you able to close
Tonight
out?
was tough. It really was. Like, I don't think I've had more debate on the sideline in my coaching career, and I'm not exaggerating, than tonight, trying to figure out the right defensive, offensive lineup to play. This is a tough one. It really is, because they put so many combinations out there. And I got to give, I think it was Rex, to give me the courage to put Shea on Harden down the stretch, because we need his ball handling and it's the way he runs the team in the game. I mean, it was the right decision, but it was scary. Shea really handled it well, so I was proud of him.
This was pretty clearly Trez's best game of the season.
Yeah, we
so
needed
far.
him. Yeah.
What clicked for him tonight?
Just nothing. I mean, he's a good player, and he just was going a little too fast, or whatever it is. Trez is a good player. He's going to be good for us. He plays with great energy. He attacks the offensive glass, which he did tonight, and he got it going. You knew it was coming. I couldn't have told you when, but we trust him, and we really trust all our guys, and that's why, this team it's a great group of guys, and they just got to keep allowing us to use whatever lineup we want to close out games, and if we're able to do that, we're going to be pretty tough.
Along with Shea on Harden down the stretch, you also, I think Lou was on a couple times, and,
Yeah.
and Gallo. Were you just trying to send waves at him? And hope
Yeah, listen, he's the best offensive player, him and Curry and Durant, in the league, and Anthony Davis. Nowadays you have to say everybody because you would offend someone. But we felt before the game we had to put as many guys on Harden as possible, because just to try to wear him down a little bit. It doesn't seem like he gets that tired. We wanted to speed him up a little bit. I thought we did that at times. We pressured him full court at times. You got to assume he has seen every single defensive look that anyone can see. And so by mixing it up, I thought it was good for us.
Why do you think you guys were so effective at protecting the rim today?
I don't know. I mean, we just were. They did get some dunks down the stretch. Our whole thing was no fouls, go straight up, pull your hands back on Harden. Like we kept telling our guys, keep your hands back. If he makes the layup, he makes the layup. It's funny. Our bigs were getting frustrated because Capella and the other kid kept getting dunks, and we kept saying, that's okay. That's a 2. And that's how we thought we had to play tonight.
Coach, can you talk about the luxury it is to have guards like Avery and Pat who accept the challenge of guarding guys like Harden?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, and then Luke as well. And like I said before the season started, Shea's a terrific defender. He's just a rookie, and so he's learning stuff, but he's a hell of a defender too. So it's nice having that many options defensively to put on multiple good players.
Coach, obviously with Chris Paul not playing for the Rockets, how much of an adjustment it was to prepare your team for playing against the Rockets without Chris, and how it affected the game?
We made no adjustments. We really didn't. And I said this before the year, we are who we are. We're going to play the way we play. We're going to play them the way we play defense. We're not going to come up with a new defense. I don't think this team's been together long enough to be able to try to even do that. So we've decided we're going to be what we are every night, and if someone beats us, they beat us.
Doc, about Shea, number one, because you play point guard, are you tough on rookie point guards, number one? And number two, he obviously has a lot to learn because he's a rookie, but what are maybe some of the things that have caught you by surprise about his development?
Yeah, his tempo. Like most college players come in going 1,000 miles an hour. It's hard to speed him up. Like he's got NBA tempo, and he's got it down. So that we don't have to worry about. I think his passing has probably surprised me. His ability to get all the way to the paint and spot guys in the corner or in the slots. I think that's been the biggest one. It's funny. I told him when he came in the door, I told him, I'm not going to let you off the hook. Cal at times did. You are a hell of a defender. And we're not letting you off the hook there. And what's great about him, he accepts that. So he's a great kid to coach. I can tell you that. And, yes, probably a little tougher. Rhonda would tell you that for sure. But it's because that's the guy you probably talk to the most to are your point guards. And so sometimes it's more communication. But I think the player probably thinks, geez, he's talking to me way too much. That's just the way it is.
last couple games held Paul George 7 of 27 today. James was, I think, 11 of 26.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other two stars weren't there in either of those games.
Yeah.
But it's just what does this tell you about your defense that you had high expectations
we
for?
have the ability to guard guys, you know, and like we knew James was going to have a big game. We knew Paul George would, but we just don't want it to be an efficient game. And so that's nice. And we did, you know, Westbrook didn't play. That gave us a break. That means we could be a little more aggressive. You know, Chris Paul doesn't play. That gives us a break. Plus, you know, the energy of last night affects you. I don't, you know, it obviously, I thought they came out like we're going to win tonight. But you never know what that does later in the game. And that was our thought is we had the day off. Let's see how much energy we can take out of them.
The last 3 games, there's always been one quarter where the team just kind of explodes offensively.
Yeah.
Have you found your offensive lineup
No,
there?
because the game the other night, it was with Boban in. You know, I'm telling you, this group is interesting group. You're just sitting there trying to figure out each night. You know, tonight was tough. I'm telling you, for me, it was just really difficult to try to figure out the combination of offense and defense and having the right enough of both. And we found it, but it was interesting night. I'm learning, you know. You always do, and I'm learning this team.
Shea, you can see the potential in it to be great on both ends of the floor. What's his ceiling?
I don't know that. I'll stay away from that ceiling stuff. You know, didn't Michael Jordan say something about the ceiling? Because there's the roof, and so, you know, I don't know. I just know he has a chance to be really, really, really good. And that's up to us and him to make him that way.
Coach, the Rockets were a plus 30 from 3, but you guys
Yeah.
still found a way to get the
Yeah,
dub.
that's you know, it's funny at halftime. I saw we have 1-3, and I'm thinking, you mean we're like busting analytics right now. You know, we really are. We're up with only 1 3-pointer made. We only had 5 3-pointers made in a game against the Rockets and won. That just tells you how good your defense was, and that tells you the other thing that analytics will tell you is get to the free throw line. And being able to get to the free throw line allowed us to set our defense, and that made us a better defensive team.